Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Old Beryl Flynn, the leader of the SNPs at Westminster, has changed his stance again. Having said, this is what we want to do, he then said, no, actually, this is what we want to do, and now he's come up with another one going, no, this time I promise, this is what we want to do. I wonder how long it'll be before he changes his mind again. It's almost as though they don't know what the ideal strategy is for getting independence. They keep going, we'll do this and then we'll do this, and then they'll cancel that and then they'll cancel this. They haven't got a clue, have they? They don't know what they're doing. We know what they're doing. They're floundering around like a headless chicken because they've got no other options. Everything they try fails. It's not going to succeed, they're too stupid. But they try new ideas. They try regurgitating old ideas. They try really weird off-the-wall ideas. They try asking nicely, please lend us your votes. And nothing's happening. Nothing works. Nothing works. Because people don't want an independent Scotland. I don't mean to say people. England isn't particularly bothered. Wales isn't particularly bothered. Northern Ireland isn't particularly bothered. The people who are bothered are the SNP and their supporters. Most Scots, they want to be part of the Union because they're not stupid. But we'll have a look at this and see what old Beryl has done wrong this time. Here goes. So desperate SNP changed their general election tactic again as Beryl Flynn U-turns on the unionist vote begging. Well, it was never going to work, was it? How? Oh, please, unionists, please vote for an independent Scotland. Please vote against everything you stand firmly behind and believe. Come off it. Previously, the SNP Westminster leader has begged unionist voters to back them to lock the Tories out. But just a month later, he's already changed tactics, claiming a vote for his party would now be for Skexit, and therefore a wasted vote. There he is, poor man. Poor man hasn't got a clue, has he? Doesn't know what he's doing. The hapless SNP have changed their general election strategy again, as leader Beryl Flynn called for them to use it to secure independence. Just last month, he was calling for Labour voters to lend him their vote to kick out the Tories. The Tories have gone. Labour knows they've already won the next election. Why on earth would Labour give the SNP the vote when they know that they are going to win? The man's a moron, though, isn't he? It's another example of how rudderless the nationalists have become. They're using the word leadership there, but I'm going to suggest that the word leadership is carrying a lot of weight, a lot more weight than it's worth in that sentence. Anyway, under the leadership of Humza Yousaf, with his MPs understood to be angered at a lack of a clear strategy from the top of the party. He hasn't got a strategy. He doesn't know what he's doing. I wouldn't send him shopping. Anyway, the new tactic is aimed at picking up disillusioned voters who still want Skexit but don't believe the SNP will secure it. Even SNP voters don't believe, half of them anyway, that the SNP will secure it. They just vote SNP because my father did, or some stupid reason. Latest polls have shown that Scottish Labour are on course to win more seats than the SNP, but the support for independence has remained steady, although still below 50%. Oh yes, it's constantly below 50%. An electoral wipeout could spell the end of Mr Yousaf's time as leader. Well, not according to him, of course. I did a video the other day saying he wouldn't resign if he lost the next election because he's only been there 5 minutes, and you've got to give someone time to bed in. By the time of the next election, it will be nearly 2 years. If you haven't bedded in by then, pal, it's time to bug out. Anyway, speaking ahead of their Skexit convention on Saturday, Beryl claimed that breaking up the UK is essential to escaping the cost of living crisis. Yes, that's right, because all those foreign importers, with their very expensive products, that's all the fault of the English. Are you crazy? And also, I will point out that the fact that you're in the UK market means we buy far more and get a better price. If you think food's expensive now, try an independent Scotland. You don't produce your food, you import it. And if you're not importing it in the kind of bulk that the UK as a whole is importing it, oh boy, is your food going to go really expensive. Anyway, he said independence will be at the centre of the SNP's election campaign. It is the essential key to securing prosperity and escaping the Westminster-made cost of living crisis. I'm going to go back to that. I'm just going to point out that the food thing, right? Where does he think most of the wheat in the world, or for Britain, where does he think most of the wheat in Britain comes from? We do import a lot of it. We import a lot, and where we used to import a lot from was Ukraine. That's the breadbasket of Europe. But that isn't going to happen. This is why wheat products are going up. But you're very fortunate. You're very, very fortunate that East Anglia is the arable farming capital of Britain, and it produces something like 60 to 70% of the amount of wheat that this country needs. So we have got plenty of wheat if we sort of draw our horns in a little bit. But if you become an independent Scotland, where are you getting your wheat? Because if you want to buy it from England, you don't think the English are going to sell it to you at the same rate they're going to sell it internal market to Wales and Northern Ireland, do you? Do you? No. You can't be that naive. Yeah, you can, can't you? Anyway, getting back to this. The SNP, he said, is the only party offering real change with independence. Yeah, but change doesn't mean it's good. Oh, it'll change all right. Oh, it'll change downwards. Big time. He said it is the only route back to the EU. Have you seen the EU? And you want to join? What you're actually doing is we're getting rid of our English overlords. And what are you doing? We're getting European non-elected overlords, of which we have zero say or influence. Why are you doing that? Because we're stupid. Unbelievable, aren't they? At the next election, he said, voting SNP is the only way to secure independence. No. If you vote you can vote you can vote SNP all you like. That does not secure independence. It really doesn't. Voting yes at a referendum doesn't even secure it if more people vote no. I can't see how you make this quite obviously wrong claim that vote SNP and you secure independence. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, last month, Mr. Flynn was begging unionist voters to back his party and forgot to mention that they would use these votes to try and break up the UK. He previously said voting SNP is the only way to beat the Tories in Scotland at the next election, and a strong team of SNPs can ensure Scotland holds the balance of power at Westminster. No, it doesn't. You're wiped out. You is gone. The next Parliament, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be Labour with possibly 150, possibly 200 seat majority. Your views at Westminster will be immaterial. Absolutely immaterial. Nobody will listen to you. You won't be the third party. The Dems will have come back. You might be the fourth party. But you'll be so small as to be irrelevant, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because it's going to be Labour all the way. And they're just mad. But, what do you do? Anyway, he said the SNP is the main competitor in every Tory-held seat. Well, in Scotland, yes. I'll grant you that. It probably is. And the incumbent in every seat... and the incumbent in every target seat. I misread that. So a vote for Labour or the Lib Dems is a wasted vote. Oh, please believe me, it isn't. Any vote that isn't SNP is not a wasted vote. However, you need tactical voting. In those seats where Labour are most likely to get the SNP out, the Tories, hold your nose, vote Labour. In the seats where the Tories are most likely to get the SNP out, Labour voters, hold your nose, vote Tory. One election. Lend the vote for one election and get these people out. A UK government spokesman said people in Scotland want both their governments to be concentrating on the issues that matter most to them. Not independence. And that's all he's got. He's got nothing else. The thing is, he's not only is he independent minded, obsessed even, he doesn't know how to achieve it. He keeps changing his mind. He keeps going in different directions. He's running around in circles until eventually he disappears up his own backside. And I'll stop there. One day soon, the SNP will come out with a policy that is sensible, popular, will work, will be easily achievable and attainable, will not alienate people, will not be divisive, and will make Scotland a better place. I have no idea what this policy will be, and I have no idea when it will happen. But I remain positive that one day it might happen. And when it does, we will all rejoice. And I will stop making videos about the SNP. Ain't happening soon though, is it? I mean, let's face it, there's no way it's happening soon. Not with this current crop. Not at all with this current crop. Flynn hasn't got a clue. Humza Yousaf cannot lead. He's surrounded himself with a cabinet of ne'er-do-wells, nincompoops and nobodies. There's not a bright idea. They keep regurgitating failed ideas, and they want to go forth into the next election trying to assure people that they are a professional outfit that know exactly what they do to solve all the problems that they've caused. God help us all. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much for listening. It has been a glorious bloody episode. Do please hit that subscribe button if you like the channel. Ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. Definitely leave a like, really helps. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and when you have to absolutely vote anything, don't vote SNP. Vote for independents. Don't care. Vote for anybody, but not the SNP. For heaven's sake. Anyway, bye.